Look up at the stars. What you see is less than 5% of what's really there. The rest is unseen, untouched, unknown. We call it dark matter. But darkness is not absence. It is memory, woven beyond the horizon of forgotten perception. Ancient mystics spoke of hidden realms, worlds woven into the fabric of existence, unseen by the eye, but felt by the soul. Modern science now whispers the same. An invisible structure shapes the galaxies, holds the universe together, hums beneath reality like a silent ocean. What if dark matter is not empty space, but the shadow of unseen worlds? What if the universe we know is only the tip of a much greater truth? A truth your soul remembers? In this episode, we will explore the science of the invisible, the wisdom of the ancients, and the sacred invitation hidden in the dark, because what you cannot see may be the key to remembering who you truly are. Part 1. The Scientific Enigma. What we know about dark matter. There is a force holding galaxies together, binding stars into spirals, shaping the architecture of the cosmos. And yet, it cannot be seen. It cannot be touched. It cannot be measured by light. This invisible force is called dark matter. Scientists first glimpsed its presence, not through direct observation, but through the way it pulled on the visible. How galaxies spun too fast. How clusters held together against all odds. Something unseen was there. Something vast. Today, we know, dark matter makes up 27% of the universe. When you add the silent breath of dark energy, you find 95% of existence hidden beyond the frail reach of our senses. Lies beyond our senses, the stars, the planets, everything we know. All of it floats like tiny islands in a vast ocean of the unseen. But what is dark matter? No one knows. It doesn't emit light. It doesn't absorb energy. It does not interact with normal matter in any way we can easily detect. Except gravitationally, silent to the eye, hidden from the hand, yet essential to the breath of galaxies. Without it, galaxies would fly apart. Without it, cosmic structures would dissolve. Some theories propose exotic particles, WIMPs, axions, sterile neutrinos, unknown forms of matter that only whisper through gravity. Others suggest that dark matter is a shadow of something far stranger, a field of hidden realities, a matrix of alternate possibilities, a space where consciousness, energy, and form dance in ways we have yet to understand. In truth, dark matter stands as a mirror, a reminder that what we perceive is but a fraction of existence, and that the real architecture of the universe is built upon mysteries the eyes cannot see, but the soul can sense. In the next part, we'll step beyond the equations and the telescopes, into the ancient world, where mystics and seers spoke of hidden realms long before science had a name for the dark. Because the ancients did not fear the unseen. They walked through it. Part 2. Ancient knowledge of the hidden realms. Long before dark matter had a name, the ancients spoke of hidden realms, not imaginary, not abstract, realities woven alongside the visible world, accessible to the awakened soul. In ancient Egypt, the Duat was a luminous underworld, a landscape of gates and rivers unseen, where the soul journeyed after death, guided by forces beyond human sight. It wasn't elsewhere. It was here, beneath and within the waking world. In Vedic India, the Antariksha, the middle space, was alive with energies, a breathing field between earth and heaven, populated by beings and flows unseen to the ordinary eye. In Kabbalah, the Sitra Achra, the other side, mapped hidden layers of existence where unmanifested possibilities slept, waiting to be called into form. And across indigenous traditions, the Dreamtime revealed a parallel earth, a living memory woven into the land, where spirit, story, and creation walked hand in hand. To these traditions, the unseen was not void, it was alive. It was creative, it was sacred. Darkness was not emptiness, it was the womb of existence. Temples, rituals, visions, all served one purpose: to thin the veils, to touch the field beneath appearances. They knew what is hidden moves what is seen. What is unseen gives birth to the visible. Modern science now edges toward this memory, acknowledging that the universe's true mass, its true architecture, lies in realms we cannot see. The ancients didn't need telescopes. Their instrument was consciousness. Their proof was experience. By deep stillness, by sacred attention, they felt the threads of the hidden. They moved between worlds, not with force, but with resonance, because reality is not solid. It is layered, it is fluid. It responds to the soul as much as to physics. The darkness was never something to be feared. It was something to be remembered. In the next part, we will explore a breathtaking idea: that dark matter is not just missing mass, but the matrix of unseen worlds. A living ocean of possibility woven into every breath you take. Because what you cannot see is not empty. It is waiting. Part 3. Dark matter as the matrix of unseen worlds. What if dark matter is not just silent scaffolding? What if it is the cradle of unseen realities? We know dark matter shapes galaxies, binds clusters, holds the architecture of the cosmos together. But if it interacts only through gravity, if it neither emits nor absorbs light, then what else could it be? Some physicists whisper of a dark sector, a hidden mirror of our own universe, populated by dark stars, dark galaxies, even dark life. Entire structures, entire realms, moving unseen alongside ours, separated not by distance, but by vibration. In mystical traditions, this was never a theory. It was truth. They taught, there are worlds beneath this world, layers folded within layers, a matrix where energy, spirit, and potential flow unseen. To the mystics, the physical world was an island, floating on a vast ocean of invisible being. Dark matter could be that ocean. A living field, a substrate from which the visible world arises, and into which it dissolves. Matter is frozen light. Dark matter may be the raw sea from which light condenses. The ancients spoke of the Akasha, the primal ether where all forms slumber, where memory, spirit, and destiny intertwine. Modern science, peering into the abyss, may be glimpsing the same fabric. Through the veil of gravity, through the dance of galaxies. Because if dark matter is real, then the space between stars is not empty. It is pregnant, it is alive, and we are not isolated islands of matter, floating in a void. We are threads in a vast unseen tapestry. Connected by currents we have forgotten how to feel. In this view, dark matter is not dead. It is dreaming. It holds within it the templates of realities not yet born, the echoes of lives unremembered. the gateways to dimensions we once knew. It breathes through us even now, in intuition, in synchronicity, in the silent pull of forgotten dreams. We move through it like fish through water, feeling only the currents that brush our skin, blind to the vastness flowing around us. But when you still the mind, when you silence the noise, you can feel it, the humming beneath existence, the living silence, carrying the memory of worlds unseen. In the next part, we'll explore how the mystics, the dreamers, and the seekers learned not just to sense these hidden realms, but to enter them, because the gateways to the unseen have always been within you, waiting for you to remember, to hear the silent call, and to step across the veil not with eyes, but with the soul. Part 4. Perceiving the Invisible. How mystics and seekers touched the hidden. You were never meant to perceive reality with the eyes alone. The deepest truths, the hidden realms, are felt, not seen. The mystics understood this. They taught that to reach the invisible, one must awaken the inner senses. In Egypt, initiates entered dark temples, not to see, but to feel, to attune their consciousness to forces that whispered, in vibrations beyond sound, in currents beyond sight. Through ritual stillness, through deep silence, they learned to move their awareness beyond the skin of the world, into the hidden rivers flowing beneath. In India, yogis practiced dhyana, not just meditation, but immersion. A sinking beyond thought, where the self dissolves and the fields of unseen existence begin to shimmer into presence. Among indigenous peoples, the shamans crossed into the dreamtime, not with machines, but with soul flight, stepping out of the narrow bandwidth of the senses into the vast frequencies of the spirit world. They knew the gateway to the hidden realms is not outside you. It is inside. The body is a receiver. The heart is a compass. The breath is a bridge. And when purified, when tuned like an instrument, the human soul can walk worlds unseen by the blind eye. You don't touch the hidden with hands. You touch it with vibration. You step into it by resonance. Dark matter, unseen to the eye, felt by its gravity, mirrors this truth, the greatest forces shaping reality. Move silently beneath perception, responding not to sight, but to presence. Today, science builds particle detectors to catch whispers from the dark, but the mystics built temples of flesh and spirit, training themselves to become the detectors, not with fear, but with wonder, not to conquer, but to remember. To perceive the invisible is not to dominate it, it is to become part of it. To remember you were never separate. And the more you tune your consciousness, the more you realize you are already moving through hidden realms. With every breath, you are already dancing between veils. With every shift of awareness, reality is not built from what you see. It is shaped by what you feel, what you remember, in the spaces between thoughts. In the next part, we'll explore the sacred invitation hidden in this mystery, not to map the darkness, not to conquer it, but to awaken to the parts of yourself, still waiting in the unseen. Because the true journey was never outward, it was always inward. Part 5. The Sacred Invitation of the Hidden Realms. The darkness was never meant to frighten you. It was meant to call you home. The hidden realms, the unseen fields of reality, are not voids to be conquered. They are invitations, sacred doorways, beckoning you back to the forgotten parts of yourself. Every inch of dark matter, every breath of the unseen cosmos is a mirror, reflecting the vastness still dormant within you. The ancients knew the journey into the hidden was never about escaping the world. It was about becoming whole. Dark matter is not separate from you. It is you, the unremembered soul, the sleeping potential, the layers of consciousness not yet brought into light. You are not a being walking through an empty universe. You are a living bridge between the seen and the unseen. When you still your mind, when you listen beyond words, you hear it, the pulse of hidden worlds, throbbing just beneath your senses, calling you not to escape, but to awaken. Because darkness is not emptiness. It is the secret womb where all light gestates in silence. It is the field where light gestates, where new realities are born. And the dark realms you seek outwardly are reflections of the realms you have forgotten inwardly. The veils are thin, the passageways are open, but only the heart that remembers can walk them. This is why the mystics practiced silence, why the shamans dreamed between worlds, why the temples aligned not only with the stars, but with the invisible flows beneath them. They knew. Reality is a dialogue between what is revealed and what is concealed. And the soul's greatest awakening is not in mastering the visible world, but in embracing the vastness that has always lived, just beyond the edge of sight. You were never meant to drift upon the surface. You were born to dive into the silent depths where light dreams itself awake. You were meant to dive, to remember, to reweave the forgotten songs of light, hidden in the dark. And now, as we move into the final reflection, you will remember, you are not lost in the darkness, you are the light, awakening within it, because the darkness has always been waiting, not to consume you, but to complete you. Final CTA, you are the light within the hidden. You were never lost in the darkness. You were planted there, like a seed, waiting to remember the sky. You were never abandoned by the unseen. You were woven into it, threaded through every breath, every heartbeat, every dream. The hidden realms are not beyond you, they are within you. The darkness you feared was your own infinite depth, calling you to awaken. Share this remembrance with those ready to see with new eyes, because when enough of us remember that the unseen is not emptiness, but invitation, we do not just light up our lives, we reignite the forgotten stars within us. You are not a wanderer adrift in cosmic night. You are the first flame igniting the hidden heavens from within. You are the light that was always meant to shine. From within the hidden, welcome back to the vastness that has been breathing through you all along. Now, let it shine through you.